in office. She was being investigated. They filed a complaint with the ethics committee. That in the House. Yeah. And nothing's happened yet. So as of January 26th, the House Oversight Committee and federal authorities are investigating Omar's overall finances, including Minette's rapid wealth accumulation from consulting and ventures like Rose Lake Capital. Okay. Chairman James Comer has floated subpoenaing Minette, citing questions as to how her husband's accumulated so much wealth over the past 2 years. Federal probes also tie into broader fraud concerns in Minnesota, though Omar faces no direct accusations. Yeah, it's the overlap and the amounts. So I said, does she have any partnerships or investments? Apparently, she doesn't have any direct partnerships or investments with any businesses. The ones with her husband are Escrew, Rose Lake Capital, which was the capital management firm. Okay, now this may be where the money's coming from. Here, this venture capital firm, because it's definitely not coming from the other thing that they did, the whole hemp thing that he tried to partner with. So this is where, some of that money that they're talking about is coming from. And then none of it's reported, no reported income to Omar since the last filing. And it was co-founded by Minette, who serves as president. Again, no direct involvement of Omar. Yeah, there's no direct involvement. But now we got to look at this Rose Lake Capital and see how long it was in place, because there's money there. And then, of course, East Street Group, right, which was co-founded by Minette and Hollier. Okay. So these spousal holdings have contributed to estimates worth ranging from $6 million to $30 million in 2024, and she had to report them. Okay, compared to much lower figures like $40,000 to $250,000 in 2023. These rapid increases have drawn significant media attention, right? Ethics complaints and ongoing investigations by the House Oversight Committee. And here's my thing. Okay, are you really gonna do anything? I think that's the bigger question. Are you really going to do anything? So I said, with those losses in these businesses, how is there any net value? Is there where okay, I'm sorry, I was typing too fast. I think what I meant to say is, were there any questions, right? So the reported losses from lawsuits and settlements involving Minette's businesses such as Escrew and related ventures do not necessarily eliminate net value, but the sharp increases in their disclosed valuations, despite these setbacks, have indeed fueled significant questions and investigations. Okay. So that's kind of what I was looking at. I was like, it just seems like everything he touched that was a product failed, but the consulting is making you money, right? That's where the money is. Like this whole Rose Lake Capital thing, that's making money. Yeah, it's got growth and revaluations. So I think people need to look into what this is more than anything. Let me ask. Okay, let's get some more information on Rose Lake Capital. I'm just saying, while we're here. While we're here, because what's going on? Because that's where the bulk of the money is coming from. It's not coming from this Escrew, whatever that is. So Rose Lake Cap is a venture capital management firm co-founded in 2022. Okay, so that's definitely after you guys got married. Okay. The business describes itself as on its website, roselakecap.com, as focusing on unique global opportunities, leveraging deep global networks from work in over 80 countries across business, political, banking, and diplomacy. It specializes in structuring deals, mergers and acquisitions, debt reconstructing, and capital raising. It emphasizes informing strategic partnerships with strong operators, committing to substantially aligned with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. So they're working, they're aligning with the United Nations, right, on the, you know, Sustainable Development Goals and creating bespoke solutions, okay, for clients and partners. The firm positions itself as having expertise in high-level areas of diplomacy, legislation, and politics, though public information reveals little about specific clients' investments, portfolio, companies, or track record. Now, that's interesting because you're married to a member of Congress and you've got a venture capital fund that invests, that expertise in areas like diplomacy and legislation. Okay, I'm not going to say there's a conflict of interest there. I'm not. I see it that way. No, she's not the president. Yes, she is a member of Congress. Is there any information that she's giving her husband that he wouldn't normally have access to if she was not a member of Congress? I'm just saying. That's weird. So there appears to be some confusion in reporting with other entities like Rose Lake Inc. Okay, we won't get into that. But it was founded in 2022, shortly after Minette reportedly left earlier ventures like E Street Ventures, a prior political venture firm with Hallier. And leadership, Minette served as president and co-founder. Hallier is also co-founder and a key figure. So they kind of followed each other. Right? The website previously listed additional officers and advisors, but reports from late 2025 indicate these names and bios were quietly removed between September and October of 2020. Why are you removing people? What are y'all ashamed of? What's going on? And the time of federal charges in Minnesota welfare fraud cases. Oh, that's what was happening. But why were you removing people? If they have nothing to hide. And Cutie on Duty says bespoke means something is custom made or made to order for a specific person or purpose, going beyond standard sizes, patterns to fit exact specifications. Yeah, but I want to say bespoke might stand for something else under the United Nations. I think they use it in a different way. I think it's used for people, but I'll have to look that up in a minute. But thank you, Cutie on Duty, for giving me that info. Let's see. Financial valuations. Congressional Financial Disclosure. It was valued at 1 to 1,000 in 2023 with income reported 15 to 50 in prior years. Then it surged dramatically to $5 million to $25 million in 24. Wow, that's a good return. I'm just saying. But you have that. You've got people that you're taking off of the website. And again, like I said, it kind of runs in a conflict of interest because you've got a member of Congress married to somebody saying, hey, we can help with legislation. I'm just saying it looks really, there's a lot to answer for. So, yeah, that's where a lot of the money came from. And that's, in my opinion, that's where they need to start their investigations if we're going to really investigate anything. I definitely appreciate the work Benny Johnson did, because I was like, okay, you've kind of kicked this off. But now we need to look at what's happening with roselakecap.com. We really do. We need to see what this is all about, because that's where the bulk of the money is coming from. It's not coming from the fake winery, right? And here is Rose Lake. Here's the website, unparalleled, 60, they got all these things that they're doing. This is so basic. This looks like something you can build in Canva. I'm just saying. I like building websites. Let's see wait a minute. Wait a minute. None of these things are clickable. Wait a minute. Y'all on LinkedIn? You're on LinkedIn and y'all, they made $25 million. Up to. That's what the disclosure said. It said $5 million to $25 million. I'm on the website. It says Rose Lake is focused on unique opportunities where our expertise can create bespoke solutions for our clients and partners. Okay, so I get it. Thank you, cutie. I get it. Custom made to order specific persons or purposes. Gotcha. So our team of world-class experts harness their combined centuries. Okay. Their combined centuries of experience and deep global networks built from on-the-ground network in more than 80 countries, working across businesses, politics, banking, and diplomacy. Our expertise includes structuring deals, merging and acquisitions, debt reconstruction, and capital raising, from distressed assets to buying publicly traded companies. Our team has the prowess. Wait a minute. Our team has the prowess to execute the right opportunities. I hadn't heard that word before. Okay. At Rose Lake, we tap into our extensive global network to create strategic partnerships to maximize the strength of the business we partner with. Okay, that's awesome. Where is everybody? There's nothing here. Okay, let's see where LinkedIn takes us, because okay. Blank pages. Well, privacy and disclosures. Can we learn something from that? Okay, sometimes you can learn something in the privacy and disclosure, because at least you guys do have this part. I've worked in compliance, and so I always kind of look for that part. But it doesn't really give you, it says contact form, but you don't have a contact form on your website. So I don't know how I'm supposed to contact you. And you do not have, what I'm looking for is like, okay, here's the contact form. Sorry, I'm walking y'all through this. Oh, we couldn't find the page you were looking for. This is either because there's an error, or the page you were looking for has been removed or deleted. So y'all have made $25 million. And the website's not even functioning. Like, how are you making all this money? What? Okay. Okay, I gotta show this one. Cutie on Duty says, empty website, empty winery, empty healthcare facilities, and empty daycares, and 0 arrests. That's the part. It's that part. Look, if we don't start seeing people go to jail, you're all a part of it. You're all a part of it. That's all I got to say. Every single one of you is guilty. If we do not see some people in handcuffs, like today, this is crazy. It's getting to the point where it's not like it's uncomfortable. It's just unreal that people are getting away with this level of criminality and sitting back like, nothing to see here. There's nothing wrong. Oh, keep it moving. Yeah, everything will be okay. People are tired of that. Just telling you. I'm just saying.